Well, hey, Heidi ho there, friend. It's me, the Yellow Hat Man. Curious George is right over there getting into some serious mischief, but I thought I'd take some time out and read you one of our stories about when George wanted to make pancakes. I hope you're all having a ton of fun reading tons of books about the troubles George gets into and how I always have to bail him out. All right. Well, this is George, if you didn't know him. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One morning, me, the man with the yellow hat, woke George early. "Time to get up, George," I said. "The pancake breakfast is today." Now, I don't know about you, but pancakes are my favorite breakfast. George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser held every year to make money for special programs at the Children's Hospital. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came to play and eat. But first, he gave a welcome speech. "Thank you all for coming," the mayor said. "We appreciate your generous support." He thanked all the volunteers who were helping that day, and finally he said, "Please enjoy yourselves and the pancakes." When the mayor finished, me, the man with the yellow hat, said, "George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious." George waited like a good little monkey, but something sure did smell good. Could it be pancakes? George was curious. He followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. George watched as the man poured little batter circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. George wanted to help. So on the table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. These pancakes need blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled some right on top. Meanwhile, the man on the griddle was so busy he didn't notice the little monkey helping him. But the line grew and grew. George's pancakes were a hit. Soon everyone wanted them, and the man could not keep up. "Please wait," he said to someone holding an empty plate. "I need to find an assistant to help me." And just like that, he was gone. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why, he could make the pancakes. He could be the assistant. George poured the batter into nice round circles. Next, he added the blueberries. He waited just a minute to let the pancakes cook. Then he flipped them over. At last, he added syrup. The line for pancakes was enormous, but with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. "I've been coming to this breakfast for years," a man said, "but I've never seen pancakes made like this before." "I've never eaten this many pancakes before," said a girl. "I didn't even like pancakes before," said another girl, and they all lined up for more. When the man returned with the new assistant, he was shocked to see the monkey making pancakes. "This is no place for a monkey," he yelled, and he began to chase George. George hadn't meant to cause trouble. He only wanted to help. Now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide, and the man with his assistant ran right by. But where did he go? Let's see if you can find him. Where is George hiding? Did you see him? He's a pretty good hider. When we play hide and seek, I can hardly ever find him in our apartment. When it was safe to come out, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup like a pancake, and he was sticking to everything. George was curious. Could these napkins help him get clean? Nope, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was the perfect thing. George climbed up. This would do the trick for a sticky monkey. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with water. But all of a sudden, Splash! George was in the water. What a surprise! George climbed up again and splashed back down. He'd never been in a dunk tank before, and he'd never had so much fun getting clean. Soon, everyone was having fun, and the line at the dunk tank grew even longer than the line for pancakes. Later, the mayor came by. "I've heard all about your delicious pancakes," he said. "You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask you." At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. "Thanks to you, George, this has been our best year ever," she said. "Will you come back and make pancakes again next year?" George nodded and everyone cheered. Let's see if you can find me in the audience. Do you see me there? I was pretty proud of George that day. He really made some great pancakes and made the dunk tank so much fun. Maybe him and I could go to your Andrews on the Run fundraiser next year. I hear there's a dunk tank sometimes. We'll have to check that out. Anyways, friends, let's remember to stay safe, have fun, get outside, read books, do all these fun things. I know that's what George and I will be doing. All right, friends, Mr. Mack told me to tell you that if nobody told you they love you today, myself and Mr. Mack love you very much.